Hello, we're back.
Dun dun.
Both of us, the Wonder Twins, are reunited. We are going to go over really quick Division 2 in the REBBL Clan League. There are 3 divisions. Division 2 is the one we are playing in. And I know some of the games have already occurred, but this is the first chance we've gotten to take a look at this, considering you were in Japan.
I was in Japan.
Yeah, this is probably like a one-off thing. We're not going to be reviewing this after the end of every week or anything, but figured we'd take a quick look at, the division that we're playing in, see if there's anything crazy going on, just make a little video to point out to people what they can expect in this season's Clan League for something to pay attention to.
Yep. And so let's get started with Rodder's Bloody Fist. So
Yep.
first team on the Rodders clan.
Yep, this is all sports reporters.
Yeah,
Basically.
sword stuff.
Yep.
So it's a pretty stacked team for a fresh orc team. It's got a block troll, plus strength blitzer, like all the standard stuff you'd expect from blitzers, and then an even spread on guard and block.
Mm-hmm.
And actually went with a goblin start. And seems to have maybe scored a touchdown on it.
This looks like a new team because there's only one skill in everybody, so he likely picked picked his one strength stat up, picked one of his doubles to be a block troll, and probably just, since he was having a troll, picked up the goblin, right? You basically don't take the troll unless you take the goblin.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's really solid. It's more TV than I see most people invest in orcs to start with.
Yep.
They're kind of the dump one sometimes, but yeah, it's really good.
And we've got spread of blitzers, 1 guard, 1 mighty blow, 1 tackle. We'll see that sort of even out as he levels up. But that's the first team. That's fiction. Then we have
Herring Zords, Rodders, Refreshments.
Yep, dwarf.
Or a dwarf team, yep.
Also fresh. Went with sort of the same thing that I did in dwarves, I guess. Guard everywhere, couple mighty blow, interspersed.
He went with 1 mighty blow and a long beard, which is interesting, and only 1 mighty blow on the troll slayer.
Yeah, you need to have 3 rookie players in a fresh-ish team, and so I went with 3 rookie longbeards. He went with 2 rookie longbeards and a rookie troll slayer.
Yep, and he went for plus strength on the runner instead of Agi, but he did take dodge on another one for that double. So
yeah,
pretty nice start.
I did something roughly similar, but two good runners instead of having like 1 really good runner, which is what my sort of plan was. I like this too. This is another good option. I went more guard.
He went more bash. And then we have the Rodders Noble Beasts, which is Hindus's team, Hindus's Lizards.
Not a fresh one this time.
Not a fresh one. I thought he was starting fresh, so he lied to me. He's got a guard, Crocs, boring. Mighty Blow, block, tackle, source. He inherited this team from someone else, which is why it's built in a way that he would never build it.
Fair enough.
He's got a blodge, tackle, source. That's going to be really good once it gets break tackle, block guard piece, and a blodge step source. Skink, rather. Really good. It's got all the tools you need. The only thing it's missing is a bit more guard. I imagine Waspins and Shark are going to pick up guard next, and he really wants to get Bernard Katz to get block at least. But other than that,
yeah, there's a couple rookie players and stuff here and there, but that's because you have to spend a bunch of your money on rebuying previous players. So it looks like he rebought 4 of his players and then probably had some rookies. And they look like the Blodge and the Tacklesaurus are definitely ones that I would consider rebuying, along with the Block Skink. It's kind of a free recycle, right? If you don't get a double by level 3, recycle the Skink. Well, just only hire the ones that got doubles.
Yep. And then we have Rodder's Retinue, which is definitely the dump team, as it is a tier 3 Bretonian team at 1160.
Yeah, so this is really 1060 worth of cost, essentially, because you get an extra 100k as a tier 3 team, although that likely just went to another team somewhere in this
it's worth noting it's down a blitzer, so it wasn't always at 1160. It in fact was
true.
At
12 something
1160 plus 1200, so 1280. Still pretty cheap, but
that's what my dwarf team was.
Sorry, not as cheap as it could have been. I got a dirty player, got some guard and some tackle. I see why he went 2 tackle here, though I do like having more guard on Bretonian. But the plus Agi Blitzer is just such a beautiful piece.
Yeah, you can get a free.
And the Mighty Blow one is nice.
You can get a free stat up and a double with the tier 3 teams, or the tier 2 teams for that matter, I think. So he picked a double in the Mighty Blow, and he picked a stat up with the Agi Blitzer. Agi makes such a big difference when you have pass and agility access.
Yep, really good stuff.
3 rookie linemen, unsurprising.
Yep, and then we have Wood Elves, 1290, so a bit cheaper than the ones we went with. Oh, they're also down a player, never mind. Basically the same build as Squiggy went with. An Agi 5 War Dancer, a Tackle War Dancer instead of a Mighty Blow one. Oh, because he took the double on the tree.
Yeah, he picked up block.
He just took guard on his tree. Yep, he's got a block catcher, a wrestle catcher, a tackle War Dancer. I need that. 2 dodge linemen, and a kick lineman. Standard stuff.
Yeah, nothing particularly exciting. Couple rookie linemen. There's the block tree, which is a choice over taking the double on like a War Dancer or something to get the Mighty Blow, which should help against, other elf teams or whatever. But this is kind of when you think you can give free skills to Wood Elves, what do you take? And there you go.
I think I like the Mighty Blow on the War Dancer more, but as Rodder is currently 4-0 with Herringzord still left to play, hard to argue with the results. So let's pull up the next one.
Next, if we can, I think it's all caps. Is
Surf.
Yep, Surf.
We're doing this kind of ham-fistedly because they're all in random competitions spread across the league.
Yeah, so it's difficult to get a hold of all the teams. But this is Clan Surf. We've got any of the ones with Season 4, I guess, are correct here, and there's only 5. So we've got Surf's Up, Season 4, Norse.
Yep, by Crowdog, your old mentor.
Yeah, we'll get, and he's in our division, so I'll get to play him hopefully at some point. Which will be exciting.
He had a rough first game. He's got 3 MNGs.
Yeah, but Norse is a good team for this sort of format. Everybody starts with block, so you can pick up all kinds of other cool stuff. Grabbing block and break tackle in the Ulfs. Berserker has Mighty Blow, which you'd expect. He took his 1 stat on the other Berserker, so now he has 3 Strength 4 players, which is a pretty big deal. 2 dodge runners. The Yeti has taken one of the doubles and picked up block, and then there's a dirty player lying around. Didn't take the full complement of skills available. He could have taken 1 more, it seems, to still have the 3 rookies, but might have just been a TV saving thing.
Yep, for sure. I mean, this team was pretty high in team value anyway already. So
yeah, also a fresh team, it looks like, considering that there's nobody with more than 1 skill, and they're all 6 SPP.
Yep, and yeah, got pretty beat up in his first game and did lose. Next up is Sacred Surfers with Horde Master.
Yeah.
Also a loss. I wonder if they were the ones playing Rodder. This team survived a bit more. They only got 1 lineman who's MNG'd. Not niggled. One of the linemen was niggled for the Norse, but it was a rookie lineman with 0 SPP, so that's a pretty easy fire. Has a Dauntless, or a Juggernaut rather, which
all the surfing.
Yeah.
Well, it cancels. It cancels out stand firm and stuff if you want to surf people.
Yep, and it's got a
or wrestle for that matter
as well, which is wrestle. And then on the Blitzers, he's got a block tackle 1, block frenzy for more surfing, all the surfing.
Well,
block guard is another double.
The team is called Sacred Surfers, and it's
yeah, he's sticking with the theme of the clan. Then I guess.
Oh,
maybe that's what they're doing. All of their teams are really surf heavy. They got Norse
Dark Elves. Yeah, I like it.
I'm looking for the other double. Did they only take 2 doubles? Yeah, they did.
I mean,
they missed it.
I took 0 doubles on my team, so there you go.
Yeah, but you're dwarves. Elves love doubles. I'm surprised there's only 2.
Well, I mean, he's going hardcore into the surf plan. You could have taken like Mighty Blow instead of tackle. Like Blodge is really good, so you take a Blodge. You take a guard because you need a guard as elves. Or no, Juggernaut's a double.
Juggernaut's a double, and guard is a double.
Yeah, it's 2.
Only 2 doubles.
Don't you only get 2?
3.
Oh, okay.
I think you get 3. Anyway, whatever. Next up is Necro. Hey, look, more surfing frenzy players.
Surprise!
And another Juggernaut Wolf
to
Juggernaut
increase
Wolf,
the surfs. Yeah.
Yep. And again, only 2 doubles, so maybe I'm wrong on that rule, and I've just forgotten.
And it's been a while since I've looked at the rules. I don't 100% remember what the deal was.
Oh, okay. Tier 1 teams only get 2. So
right, and Necro and Dark Elves are both Tier 1.
They are indeed. So Mighty Blow Wolf, Juggernaut Wolf, Block Flesh Golem, Guard Flesh Golem, Guard White, Tackle White, Blodge, or Raj Ghoul, I should say.
2 dirty players. Yeah.
Yeah. He's
well,
I like that Duck Surf, who is never going to surf anyone, is a dirty player to zombie.
And he's got 13 players. He's gonna foul a lot, so you might as well take 2 dirty players, because what else are zombies for?
truth.
Surf
and they're all surf engines.
What? Surf engines?
Like search engines. They're surf.
God.
Come on, Ben.
I didn't even notice that.
And then we have Kislev. I guess Kislev can also do some surfing
with leap. And he took frenzy on one of the blitzers.
Okay, we've picked up the theme, boys. Plus strength blitzer, super good. Frenzy blitzer, weird but funny. And guard blitzer, just kind of funny. Got a guard lineman as their double. They've got a wrestle and 2 block linemen, and they have a dodge and a wrestle catcher.
Yeah, guard and block are skills that you really want as Kislev, certainly. I mean, you've got to dedicate one of your skills to frenzy. You probably want that stat up somewhere because as a sort of standard no plus strength access anywhere, you're going to want to take it. Yeah. So basically, if you're going with the surf thing, I think this builds itself.
Yep. And this clan really shows why
Clan League is great.
Too, if you were starting as a fresh clan, is really fun because you can just build teams basically however you want. Like, each of these teams is around 1,400 TV, and it doesn't matter because you have so much goddamn cash.
Yeah, we were having trouble spending all the money. It was like, somebody please take another skill or something. Like, we have 30K to get rid of. Anybody want like a bench somewhere? Like, we couldn't spend the money. It was difficult.
And then we have dwarves with way fewer skills than I thought they would have / should have. Similar to you, has the Agi runner and the dodge runner and 2 mighty blow troll slayers, but only 3 guard. Could have gone for way more guard. And
where is this team value coming from?
He has 3 rerolls, and you only had 2.
Oh, okay.
Did you have a second runner? I forget.
I do have 2 runners. One of them is block, and one of them is Agi. But he did. I could have taken dodge, I guess, but. I wanted to keep the TV down a bit. I suppose we had 10K at the end. Maybe I should have taken dodge instead of block.
Probs, but whatever.
Yeah, I mean the big thing is I wanted as many people to have block as possible.
Yep. And then we have Foul, Clan Foul.
Is it all camps this time? Yes, it should be.
I don't think it's case sensitive, but yes.
I think it is.
No, because I searched for Rotters without it.
Oh, okay. Well, Rotter doesn't have caps in it.
Rotter doesn't come up, but Rotter with the brackets around it does, with all lowercase. Even though the R is capitalized. Anyway, Foul appearance.
Well, we're going to have to find the right teams here, because there's multiple.
Yeah,
is Foul appearance one of them? It is, yeah.
4 in their name. They have season 4.
Okay.
Fresh Nurgle team, so... Or no, not fresh. What? Oh, right, because they're all rebought.
These could be rebought, yeah. So we've bought... It looks like he's given a skill to the Beast of Nurgle, probably, but we've rebought 3 of the warriors, which totally makes sense.
If you rebuy, you can't give skills to anyone, so all of these players must have been bought as is. That said, this is a really gross Nurgle team.
Yep, I wouldn't want to play this.
Block Mighty Blow. Has 1 block Mighty Blow Pestigore, and Claw, I should say. Plus strength Nurgle Warrior. Doesn't do a lot right now, but eventually
in 3 SPP he gets tentacles and he's like a better Beast of Nurgle basically.
I don't know if I'd go tentacles before block.
I would. I would.
Oh. I would have liked some of this Mighty Blow to be guard, but he is clearly going incredibly kill heavy Nurgle. Like, does not even give a shit about pitch control. Is just trying to take out as many players as possible.
Looks like he was trying to save some money here too, because like he's got 2 rerolls, only 3 Pestigores, and he's actually down a player. I don't know if he's lost one or not, but like
it looks like he's lost a Rotter because he lost a game.
Okay.
So that's really neat. Really, really heavy on the kill. Not surprised from Clan Foul.
Nope.
Then we have Alpine's Rats.
Fouled by Judy. Yeah.
Wow, that is a plus movement plus Agi gutter runner. That is, and sure feet sprint.
They're like, I wish you could see my face right now. My like
Agi 5 1-turner. Oh, get it away.
No wonder they rebought that guy. Holy, well, I mean that's almost 200K of your TV.
Shit, that is the best player you could possibly construct. Ugh. Like, what do you do to stop that?
Nothing.
Cry?
Yeah, you cry.
Yeah.
You try to kill as many rats as possible so that he has to field him on a different drive when he's not 1-turning, and then you kill him.
Yep, he's got a Raj Dauntless Gutter Runner for players with Sure Hands, and a Raj Strip Ball one for ones without, and a Blod Sure Hands one. So he's got all the tools that gutter runners want. He also has a claw tackle is an odd choice. I would expect it to be claw mighty blow on a missing punch there.
Because he got claw first and then elected to not take mighty blow immediately afterwards, which is kind of interesting.
Yeah, I mean, Judy is a good piece, but also wishes that she had claw for sure.
Yeah, can we just, like, take that claw and replace the tackle on Judy with it, and then, like...
No, let's delete this team and never speak of it again.
Yeah, okay, that makes sense.
Really gross
stuff. Fouling Charlie's? No, that's the wrong team. That's S3.
No. Fouling Charlie Season 4 is still a thing, though.
Yes, I needed to press the right one. That's an Agi 4 Bull Centaur.
That is an Agi 4 niggled Bull Centaur.
Oh my god.
It's the stupidest piece.
That's 260k. Like, these are so expensive,
I mean,
but...
the vamp with
so good.
Thick Skull, Dodge, Sure Feet, and block.
Yep.
Sprint, Sure Feet. So that's a... Jesus.
Yep, that's an Agi 4 Bull Centaur. That's the dream... Wait, he rolled doubles plus Agi. That's so dumb. That's a great... That's like your dream ball carrier, but he's a Bull Centaur. Okay, whatever. Moving on.
And then there's a...
the prehensile tail Chaos Dwarf is hilarious. I love it.
I mean, this is why people advocate going Mighty Blow first, because if this was Claw, Guard Claw is a really clunky kind of combination. And he got around that by going prehensile tail on a... Chaos Dwarf blocker.
Well,
it's weird.
Now it's tackle, and prehensile tail. So like
the
it's
problem
really
with that is that it's strength 3, so you just punch it, and it's the guard piece, so that it's easy to target. It's the only guard piece in the team. But someday it's going to be gross.
Well, I think it's cool. You know, it's making the dodges harder, super hard, like about as hard as you can get them with like a strength 3 player. Sure. One claw, which I understand why you rebought, because you take that, you got to grab that claw when you can as Chaos Dwarves, and then everybody else is mostly fresh.
Is actually pretty cheap.
Other than the one Bull Centaur?
Yeah, the one Bull Centaur is 260k, but is also niggled, so he's got a pretty big target on his head. The niggle and the thick skull kind of cancel out for the KO portions of the roll, but not for the injury, not for the Kaz, rather. Interesting team. Not that scary yet, though that Bull Centaur is nonsense.
He's good, yeah.
Very scary.
He'll be difficult to deal with. Foul naked men.
Yep.
Some more Norse. These guys maybe might have been fresh rather than repurchased. Only one skill everywhere. Mighty Blow Yeti, so it didn't take the double there. Took guard on an Ulf, which makes sense because strength 4. He elected to take the plus stat on a different Ulf instead of one of the berserkers. So instead of having a strength 4 berserker that you can then do crazy frenzies with, he just elects to have like a second Yeti, which I think is also a reasonable use of that. Looks like the doubles he took I am unsure. I don't see any.
He took the guard lineman because he only gets one double with a plus strength piece.
Oh yes, there we go. Guard lineman.
And he's got a dodge runner because runners have agi access, I assume. Yeah,
yes, they do. And then a dirty player and a tackle. It's basically once again Norse, put the good skills that you want on like the berserkers and the elves, and then your linemen are good enough because they already have block. So who cares if they're rookies?
Yep. It's pretty standard. It's pretty cheap, though. He might have lost a lineman because there is a gap in this right here. Yeah, he must have actually lost a lineman, a rookie, because otherwise he wouldn't have 3 rookies. Yep, pretty standard. And then we have
Foul Legion.
Foul Legion, which I assume is it's Palmu's team, not Gengar.
No, this isn't. The Gengar is in Foul Squared.
I see.
Yeah.
Plus strength. Block throw raw is pretty gross.
Yeah, that's a good point. Steve says, remember this is clan, so you can kind of roughly choose your matchup. So it looks like they've built that Chaos Dwarf team specifically for targeting elves. Wait for your opponent to
it's true that you
team and then throw
can't always guarantee you will get that, but yeah, you can definitely tailor the results so that it's more likely.
Yeah, but you just if your opponent has an elf team, you just don't submit your dwarfs until they've played it, basically. Right?
Yeah, but they can play powers to make you do that. But
it's just a strategy. It's something to think about.
Yep. No, it's totally fair. Most of the time, you will be able to pick that match.
Also,
somewhat limit you.
Yeah. Also, a repurchase team here, because otherwise, why would you not give Agi to the throw raw? But we have a strength throw raw, which is kind of similar, I guess.
and a plus agi skeleton.
I mean,
because reasons.
well, because you rolled plus agi. You always take agi on Khemri. I mean, the thing here is he just ball carries on the skeleton, then blitzes people with. It's just another blitz raw because it's strength 4 block and movement 6.
It should be noted that these Tomb Guardians are disgusting.
That's why he rebought them.
All 4 got Mighty Blow right away. One has Mighty Blow block guard, one has Mighty Blow piling on guard, and one has Mighty Blow guard stand firm.
I don't like piling on movement 4.
I mean, also on the pieces that give you all of the pitch control, but...
Yeah, piling on guard is also weird. I'm going to take this advantage I have and put it on the ground, but hey, I mean, we've seen what mummies can do when they punch stuff. But
yep, and I mean, he's trying to kill people, clearly. This team is all about killing people. It has 6 Mighty Blow pieces.
Yep.
The AV bust on the kick sucks. I'd probably keep it around, though you don't have a bench, actually, so you'd have to put it on the line. Yeah,
but when you're playing a team that's entirely dedicated to punching your opponents, having the kick is kind of useful to dedicate, make sure that you get to punch them.
But that means he's putting his dirty player and his plus agi on the line. Oh no, I guess he puts his Tomb Guardians on the line. What am I talking about?
Yeah, you just throw 3 strength 5 Tomb Guardians on the line. They don't care.
Yep, that'll do it. Was that 5 teams? 1,
it should have been
2, 3, 4, 5. Yep. Okay, cool.
Yeah, we're trying to be mostly fast with this because there's not a whole lot to talk about in a lot of cases, but Swebba.
Clan Swebba.
SWEBBA, whatever that stands for.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm sure we can find out somewhere. They have 6 teams here.
One of them is... Yeah, 2 of them are the same. It's just one of them was remade, I think.
Yeah, we'll have to check which one is the real human
The real one is the one called IKEA or whatever. The one with the long name is not real.
Okay, so first up is Karaoke Kings by Mr. Shady. It is a Wood Elf team. Wow.
Repurchased?
It is a rebought one because it has a Mighty Blow piling on plus Strength War Dancer.
That's not a War Dancer.
2 double into a 12 War Dancer.
That's not a War Dancer. That's like a Blitzer of some kind. Like, whatever. This is not an elf team.
That's the stupidest piece I have ever seen. What are normal rolls?
I don't know. But yeah,
Barry
he spent.
Manilow does not know.
It's very. I can tell that this team was very much like, you get 1,400 TV to build your elf team, and he's like, well, I'm buying my tree and my War Dancer and everybody else and that catcher, and then everybody else can be a rookie.
Yep.
So many rookie line elves, but that's because he bought some good players, certainly.
Yeah. The Blodge Step diving tackle catcher is also surprisingly useful. I mean, he's strength 2 and POWs happen, but he's a very annoying piece.
Blodge step diving tackle.
Yeah, he's like a Blodge step diving tackle skink at that point. That isn't stunty. So yeah,
it's very cool frustrating to have that player available for some people. I think this is cool. I like the block tree as well.
Yeah, that War Dancer is idiotic.
When you can sort of pick and choose the teams that you or the players that you rebuy, you can get some idiotic teams. Like if you pick like the 2 or 3 players.
Isn't this your clan, Steve? You don't know for sure. Because I was gonna say next up is Swedish Heroes by Steve.
Yeah, Swedish Blood Bowl Alliance would make sense, I think. We've got some Dark Elves here.
Yeah, that's what we figured, Steve.
Looks
like a fresh team. So plus Agi Witch Elf, Wrestle Witch Elf, super standard stuff. Gets the complement of everything for the Blitzers. Goes for Mighty Blow instead of Guard. I get it. And then
the only different thing is you could trade the stat for a Guard Blitzer. Right, you could
Guard.
Yeah, you could take away the Agi and give one of those Blodge Blitzers Guard, but it turns out Blodge is really good. So 2 Blodge, 1 Mighty Blow, 1 Tackle. Grab the couple skills you want, then have an Agi somewhere. Seems good.
Pretty standard stuff. And then there's Yellow, Season 4 by FT Just, which is an Orc team that got truly battered in its first game.
Yeah.
2 Blitzers are MNG'd. Are they niggled? Yes, one of them is.
Ouch.
The Tackle guy is niggled, and the rookie is also niggled. Double niggles.
I like this. He left a blitzer as a rookie.
I'm guessing they were trying to save TV because this is a pretty lean team. With only one.
This is great.
No guard though. I don't like no guard.
It doesn't matter. He just gave he gave 4 Black Orcs block, right? This is a team of 8, 9 block, and 4 of them are strength 4, and one of them is strength 5. Like, this is when you can choose your skills. You just go, give them all block right away, and now you don't have to suffer through the period of orcs, like, trying to win games without block.
Instead of doing that, you could just play lizards and then have the same team except better.
No. Because this is 9 block instead of 6.
6 strength 4 block. Anyway.
No, just this is, you see this in like tournaments sometimes as people take black orcs and just be like, boom, they all have block now, because you don't have to suffer through the like leveling up for black orcs problem.
Yeah, I know the 3. I would normally have expected the 3 linemen to be the rookies rather than the blitzer, though the blitzer can get SVP pretty easily, so I guess it's
fine. He wanted dirty player, and he wanted dirty player, and he didn't want to give it to like a blitzer or something. And you only want 3 linemen on orcs, or sometimes even less than that. Sometimes you only take 2. So, and a blitzer's a good enough player, rookie anyway. It's movement 6, strength 3, armor 9, block. That's fine. Then it's the IKEA one is the real one, I think. Yeah. Humans got in continuing with the tradition of buying new teams and then just giving your big guy the double, we have another block ogre, because it turns out block on big guys is really good. So if you have a big guy, you just keep giving them the double and giving them block. Yeah, then we've got a smattering of skills amongst the blitzers, sort of as expected. I like how all the team names are like IKEA furniture things. I mean, it is IKEA, but like the very like blatant sort of. I don't speak Swedish, so I have no idea if any of them are real. But like they sound Swedish, but they also sound kind of fake.
No, I think they are. They're actual IKEA furniture pieces.
Nice. Like the Swedish, like, but the IKEA furniture pieces, like they sound like words that are trying to sound Swedish but aren't, and I don't know if they actually are or not because I don't speak Swedish.
That is true. Lizards are tier 1, I believe, and orcs are tier 2.
Yep.
So that is 100k saving right there. Yep, pretty standard stuff. Strip ball blitzer is a little interesting. It's not easy for humans to necessarily get a shot on the ball, but if you can, I mean, that's a great piece for being a sacker. Yep. Plus, Agi catcher is really cool. Kind of makes him more of a wood elf catcher. Kind of. The
problem is you don't really have a thrower to go along with it. Well, I mean, he does have a thrower, but you'd ideally want the Agi thrower.
He's got 1 SPP, Ben. He made a pass, so your point is invalid.
I'm just saying, it turns out the part of passing that's hard is the pass, not the catch, really. But like that dodge is for like dodging, I would imagine, rather than like the catching part of it. Yeah, and then we got presumably we lost a rookie somewhere, because there are only 2 unskilled ones. Or no, the thrower's unskilled. Yeah.
So yeah,
humans.
Pretty solid team.
Very, very human-like sort of smattering of various skills all over. Like, I want one of those, and one of those, and one of those.
Yep, and then we have LOA by Razta, which is a Chaos team. I haven't seen a lot of Chaos teams.
I've seen 0 Chaos teams.
That is a Dirty Player Beastman. That's interesting. 4 block Chaos Warriors. Makes a lot of sense. 2 Mighty Blow Beastmen to go for some early Claw Mighty Blow. A plus Agi Beastman to carry on. Makes a lot of sense. And a Wrestle Beastman. So nothing too exciting to talk about here. Did not take his 1 available double, so he just kind of went with 1 stat and kept things pretty lean, even at a bench and 3 rerolls. So
yeah, I mean, he could have taken a Mino and given it block or something, but Minos are just bad on Chaos. I don't think it's worth it.
He would vastly increase the amount of money invested in that team.
Then again, he could take a Mino, and since it's a double, he could just give it Claw. Is a thing you could do.
Because the Minos don't need doubles.
Oh, right. I'm thinking of Chaos Dwarves.
You shouldn't, because no one should ever pick that piece.
No. And that's why, because mutations are doubles.
Why is Discord exploding at me? Holy shit.
I don't know, but it's exploding at me a little bit too. Anyway, let's see. Next clan is Foul Squared.
Unsurprisingly.
I don't know if I can find Foul Squared easily.
Yeah, search it.
Can I search Foul?
Just copy and paste.
Oh, okay.
From the sheet. That's the easiest way. First up is Foul Intentions, a Necro team by Dare Cannon, who is always
Dark Cannon.
It's not Dark Cannon.
It's not. I just want to make him mad.
Fresh Necro team has a Mighty Blow Werewolf, a Block Werewolf, 2 Block Flesh Golems, one of which is MNG. Not quite playing the Golem tax yet. 2 guard whites, one of which is Niggled.
Hooray!
Fuck necro teams. That's my unbiased opinion.
3 dirty player zombies. Boom. What other skills are you going to give zombies? I love it. But yeah, spent
I'm
his.
not surprised from
neither.
there. But,
And it's also foul.
and
It's also foul squared. Of course, they're gonna foul. That's what they're for.
It's true.
Yeah, the two doubles / stats that you got were Mighty Blow on a werewolf, which makes a ton of sense. Giving a free Mighty Blow Claw is great, and then Agi Ghoul for ball carrying. Let's see, we've got foul Squig Hoppers, Goblins.
I don't know how much I like investing the stat up into a Ghoul, like an AV7 no regen. It's a little dicey.
But it's Agi 4
that
movement
player
7
goes down.
dodge now.
I mean, it's really good, but you don't expect Ghouls to develop forever as they tend to die.
I love this Goblin team.
Well, how are you? Oh, because that's season 4. Okay, Goblin team, Squig Hoppers. Why do you love it?
Because it's tier 3 or whatever, so he took like a bunch of doubles and stuff. He has a block troll, which is great.
No, it's empty. It's tier 2.
Which counts as tier 3.
No, it doesn't.
It does.
It's
Yeah,
tier
they changed it.
2. Oh, did they?
Yeah.
I thought Metal didn't want to because of it.
Yeah, but-
potential for exploitation.
Yeah, but people convinced him to do so because this team has 3 doubles. We have Troll with block. We have a Fanatic with block, which is amazing because now he's so much more difficult. People will take uphill blocks against Fanatics all day just because they don't have block, and if you knock them over, you win. But now he's so much harder to knock over. And the best thing in the world is the Bombardier has Hail Mary Pass, which is so good because you can just throw it's a pass, right? Throwing the bomb is a pass. You can just throw it literally wherever you want on the pitch, and you don't care if it goes where you want it to because you're throwing bombs at stuff. Like you can sit him in your backfield and hurl bombs at people in their touchdown zone. Like it doesn't matter. It's so good. It's super funny and really fun. I love it.
That is pretty dumb.
It's so dumb. Like whenever you play goblins, you just pray that like it's so hard to level the secret weapons, and if you level the Bombardier, you just pray he gets Hail Mary Pass for that exact reason. So good.
Yep. Very cool team.
I think it's awesome.
Very cheap as well.
Oh yeah, because he utilized the 3 doubles. He took a Sure Feet on the Pogoer, and the 3 doubles and 2 normal stats, except Dirty Player on the Looney, which is funny. I didn't even notice that.
Next up
So that
is
is a
Fouling
double.
His Life.
Wait,
is
so that's
Wig.
4 doubles?
What else is a double?
The Dirty Player on the Looney. That's 4 doubles, which I'm not sure is
How
allowed.
is it 4?
Because Hail Mary Pass is a double, Dirty Player on the Looney is a double, Block on the Fanatic is a double, and Block on the Troll is a double. Oh, Stunties get 4 doubles. There we go. Yeah, there's 4 doubles. But they're allowed that, so it's fine. Anyway,
Learning is hard.
moving on. Fouling is
Fouling
life.
is life. You were like, we're going to spend 30 seconds on each team, and then you're like, I'm going to talk about goblins for 5 minutes.
Because the Goblin team is awesome. The other teams are like slightly less interesting or easy to talk
Oh, look,
about.
it's another human team. They have a block ogre and 3 guard. Actually, the 3 guard is an interesting choice. It's going for like a pitch control human kind of setup.
Yep.
Thrower with accurate, so he's actually trying to do some patching. Passing a plus movement catcher is interesting. He's maybe
Movement
building
9.
towards 1 turning. Yep.
And well, if he took accurate on the thrower, he's throwing. So movement 9, you can dump him at the other side, throw the ball at him. But
Still
yeah,
IG3, but yeah.
a little bit. We have some dirty player, as you'd expect, with a fouling team, and we also have wrestle for that matter. But yeah, it's basically what we see with other human teams here. The only difference being the guard. You see the sort of blitzers take different smatterings of skills, and here they just went hard guard. Foul squared barbarians. This is the Gengar team, and he has a death roller. In fact, it's a block death roller. I love it. I was really debating taking a death roller because I thought it would be funny, but I don't think any of you guys would have liked me very much.
I would not have allowed it.
Strength 4 Blitzer, which is another one of the things I was considering on my dwarves. Rookie Blitzer, because they're basically good enough on their own. 2 rookie runners.
And then Mighty Blow on literally every piece. This is the silliest dwarf team.
It's
And
Gengar.
he's just gonna punch until he gets guard. But
Yeah, it's Gengar. He doesn't care about the ball. He's gonna punch. He's just punch. We've got a death roller. We're gonna punch. We're gonna do more punch. There's a plus strength. Like he's just gonna pretend the ball doesn't exist and punches people. It's Gengar.
Yeah, Nosedive. Ben is playing dwarves and went for like guard spam on the long.
Absolute guard spam. Fouling for Lady season 4 Bretonian. Once again, we're like eating up or grabbing some free money that we can spend on the teams like those dwarves.
Yeah, but again, this isn't actually an 1160 team, as they are down 2 90k blockers, unfortunately.
Yep.
One is movement busted, which really sucks, and the other is niggled. Wow, that's a rough first game to lose 2 AV8 pieces to perms. Neither are total write-offs, though the niggle is probably a fire if you can. He also ate your MVP.
Yeah, he can't afford to replace them for a bit.
Yeah, I mean, you keep him around for a little bit.
One double went to a Mighty Blow, and then that's the only one I see. We've got a Tackle Blitzer. We've got a Leader Blitzer, which is just to keep TV down, essentially. Rerolls are 70k. That skill is 20. It saves you 50k on a reroll. We got a Dodge Blitzer. Spreading out the skills amongst the Blitzers. Blitzers are great. They're going to be specialized, similar to Vampires when they have so much skill access. Crapload of Guard, because that's the only place to get it with normals, and then a Dirty Player, because this is foul.
Yep. And lots of a very deep bench, I should say. So probably planning to do a lot of peasant fouling.
I think that's all the foul clan, right?
It is. So now we're moving on to
Noobs.
I don't recognize anyone on that. Oh, that's not true. I recognize someone.
Chapsu.
Yeah.
So we've got Very Uglies Season 4, speaking of. Another Necro team. Necro seem pretty popular here, but it's, an easy way to get Claw Mighty Blow on a Wolf, so people are going to take that.
Yeah, and I think you could bring the ones in from last season. So
this is also a new team. Last clan season we saw a billion Chorf teams because Claw, Mighty Blow all over the place.
Yeah, because you could pick 2 skills, I think.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is pretty standard. Put on Agi on the Ghoul instead of giving something to a white. Again, really good piece, but kind of fragile, so you got to be careful with it. Flesh Golem took a minus Agi. Not a big deal on Flesh Golems. You don't really do Flesh Golem dodges, but he is out for a game. And again, Dirty Player Zombie, Raj, Ghoul, Tackle White, Guard White, pretty standard stuff.
Yeah, we took dwarves.
I would have probably gone double Guard Whites. Necro suffer early from their inability to get Guard because the Flesh Golems need to get block first. Though that is somewhat mitigated by automatically getting block first. But still, only having 1 guard piece is Necro, where you want to get those nice frenzy blocks in. It's going to be kind of hard.
Yeah, but he also has block on one of the werewolves, so any of the frenzies that have to be a little more unreliable, you can just use the block one instead, because block makes it quite a bit easier to throw those frenzy dice. Throwing a frenzy without block is terrifying. So you can make it a bit easier.
You got to throw some Mighty Blow Claw ones if you want to end up having block.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I'm just saying you use the Mighty Blow Claw one on the ones that you can get that 1 guard piece to, and then the ones that might end up being a 1 die. If the first part of it fails, you use the block guy instead.
So this is what I expected to see from Divine Comedy. This is what happens when you don't have to cut corners with the Bretonian team because you are starting all fresh. So you can build a 14-20 Bretonian team that has 3 rerolls,
13-20, basically.
You possibly want.
Yeah. It's all 4 blitzers, all 4 blockers. A bench of 2, and you got Agi on one of the blitzers. We got Mighty Blow on another one. This is a really good. We were discussing what you could do with Bretonians, and I'm pretty sure this exact build came up.
Blodge, Mighty Blow, Tackle plus Agi.
Yeah, Bretonians are great. They suffer from having not a whole lot of stuff early, but if you can dump a bunch of money at them, you can get some really gross teams out of it. Vampire. Ravenloft.
15-10, holy shit.
They elected to go with the more pro, more better strategy of Vampires, which I don't really like. Some people will take it soon. Some people will wait to be their 3rd scale or so, which I think I agree with more. Essentially, it's just a way of saving money because you roll 1/6 less bloodlusts, basically. So you can save rerolls.
This is really bizarre because normally the rule is you want at least as many rerolls as Vampires, possibly +1.
Yeah, this is 5 vamps and 4 rerolls.
Pro mitigates that somewhat.
Yeah, it's a 1 in 6 to roll your bloodlust, and then for every time you do that, you just try pro, and half the time you get less that you don't have to use a reroll on it, so you can afford to have less rerolls. Basically, is all you use the pro for. Also, sometimes Hypnogaze. So that's what the pro is kind of for. So it's weird taking it first, I think, but this should be interesting. I'm kind of interested to see how this team plays. It'll be interesting to see.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, a couple block thralls, kick, wrestle, dirty player. Unsurprising. Lot of bench thralls. This is like a really expensive vamp team, and I think it should be like have more skills for how expensive it is. I feel like Tessa is going to regret that a little bit when they go up against people and they're giving away 200k worth of inducements and they have no block on any other vampires. But we'll see.
Yep, and then we have a Nurgle team. Block Beast of Nurgle, 4 block Nurgle Warriors, 1+ Agi Pestigor, Mighty Bow Pestigor, and a Tackle Pestigor, and a Dirty Player Rotter. Nothing exciting to see here.
Block Beast is good.
Yeah, of course. This is like exactly how I would build Nurgle probably too.
Yeah, for this. Agi Pestigor is really good. Like the plan with Nurgle early is pray one of your Pestigors gets Agi, and when you can just take one, turns out that's kind of good because you can just dedicate the other ones to other jobs right away. You don't need to take generic skills and hope somebody gets Agi. You're just like, you get Agi. Now you get to be the killer and you get to be the tackle guy and whatever. So that's really good. Grave Salt,
which is an undead team. 2 Dirty Player Skeletons, love it. Fits the zombie and skeleton meme. Yep. Block Mummy, really good. Guard Mummy, standard stuff. Yeah, this is a really standard build.
Pretty much what you'd expect from an undead team. You know, you get guard on the mummies, but you can take block on one, so might as well get one mighty blow somewhere, one tackle somewhere, and then give some skills to the ghouls. Right, one of them gets agi, one of them gets block, one of them gets wrestle. Take a dirty player on a skeleton, and boom, you got yourself an undead team, and that looks like what we've got here.
It does. Let's move on to the next team,
which is us.
We'll show us briefly.
Yeah, well, we don't need to talk a whole lot about it because what sort of insights can we get about our own teams? But this is our clan, Clan Thick.
We are currently 2-1.
Mm-hmm.
So one more win and we
win the round, I guess.
Round. Yep. First up is Thick and Furry.
Chubstep.
By Chubstep. It's the Necro build. There's nothing exciting to see. He didn't take a stat up and instead went for doubles.
Yeah, he took guard on a zombie.
Yeah, 2 guard. 1 guard, 1 mighty blow.
Yep.
So.
Yeah, mighty blow wolf, block flesh golems, a guard white, a tackle white instead of like a mighty blow white and a tackle white, but that's expected because necro rather than undead. 1 block ghoul, 1 wrestle ghoul, and then a guard zombie for the other double, and to make sure that he has at least some guard for those wolves.
Next up is me, Thick Scaly Thighs. Hey look, I took block everywhere except for 1 Tacklesaurus and an Agi Skink. Moving on.
Yeah, some people don't like that Tacklesaurus for some reason, and I don't really get why they're upset about it, but whatever.
Wait, who is upset about it?
Nobody in chat, but I was looking at our teams before, and people, I can't remember who it was, but someone was like, I was talking about it in a stream, I think, and I said that this was the team you took for Clan League. And I showed it off because I was playing my Clan League the next day or something, and I was on stream. And so, I don't remember who it was, but someone in chat was like, I don't like the Tacklesaurus. I'm like, okay, whatever.
I don't love it. It was kind of it was a debatable call, but I wanted to have a little bit of flexibility. All block is cool, and you can do like really great pitch control things, but you are kind of limited if you come up against a ton of lodge.
Yeah, the only thing I dislike is that there's no guard here, but you're strength 4 in most places, so it's fine.
Basically can't get guard. Yeah, like you can't. You could do guard as a first skill, but that just doesn't really fit the Lizard game plan. You rely on the fact that you're all strength 4 and you don't need guard, at least early on.
Yeah, I'd rather have block than guard early on when you're building fresh teams, and that's what we all did.
No one is spending, sending me to fight like guard spam dwarves or whatever.
Nope.
And then we have Squiggy's Wood Elves, who got through the first game pretty much unscathed. I don't think he took any hits.
Yeah, he took hits, but none of them were perms or anything.
Yeah. So guard tree because he wanted the plus agi and mighty blow war dancers, 3 blodge catchers. We debated some wrestle there, but he really just wanted the blodge spam, and he has a wrestle lineman and a kick lineman. Again, nothing too exciting.
Pretty typical elf kind of stuff. The only real difference is blodge everywhere instead of like other skills there, but that's what we got. Most people were taking block on their big guys. He just elected to have the guard, which, I mean, I'm not going to question Squiggy's Wood Elf skills.
Truth.
Then we got me, Thick Bearded Men. It's not just the skulls.
Can you please teleport the dog
2 rerolls, guard spam Longbeards. There were 2 Troll Slayers. One of them died in my last game, and so did my runner actually. But the Apo saved him, thankfully. This was just like minimum team value guard spam, right? Like I'm saving money for other people. I have a team that we can bus against whoever and have a reasonable chance. So it was 2 Mighty Blow Troll Slayers, guard spam dwarves, a block runner, and an agi runner. I could have made that runner dodge, and I feel like in hindsight I probably should have, but it's too late now.
It's all good.
It saved. I mean, it would have saved 10k, but we had 10k left over at the end anyway, so I probably should have just switched that block to dodge. But whatever.
Yeah, and then we have the thick music orcs because apparently McNaughton didn't get the naming scheme memo.
Yeah, he was just like, I want a cool team, and he has like, I like his team theme, like it's all musicals and stuff.
Oh, don't validate that knob.
It's all musicals with orc in it, which is cool, but it doesn't make sense for what the rest of the teams were named. All of us were like thick puns, and he was like, I'm just gonna have a cool team theme that has nothing to do with the clan. Fuck you guys.
Yeah, I like his build though. He went with 2 guard blitzers, which I like a lot more. But he
block spam
stat on the thrower instead, which
yeah, agi. Now he can actually throw, which is kind of interesting. With only movement 5, orcs throwers can kind of suck, but with agi you pick up on a 2 and you can pass like to agi 3 catchers, quote, like the blitzers basically, really easily, so it's pretty good. I'm interested to see if he actually throws
and pass rather. So he he does have some built-in reliability for all of the actions he's going to be doing with that player.
Yeah, it turns out agi 4 passes are much better than agi 3, so he actually has that option.
Yeah, I agree. You're probably just going to be passing off to your blitzers a lot of time and letting them score.
Yep. He's not going to score ever. It's just to let the blitzers do it, but really easily giving it to him.
Other than that, we're like a really solid team, not very expensive. That was kind of the idea.
Yep. Yeah, just a team that has a reasonable shot against most teams were kind of me and McNaughton's plans. And then we have the Wood Elf Lizardman Necro to throw up as on matches that we expect them to do well on.
Yep, so we have the Necro and the Dwarf have won, Squiggy lost, and then I am playing Orcs this weekend. I backed out.
Yeah, 22 turns of Orc Nurgle Dwarf Nurgle in the rain was the most riveting matchup I've ever seen, but it involved me winning 1-0 in overtime, so there you go. BBT, the teams that we are actually playing, there's a lot of BBT teams here because they put in other stuff apparently, but we'll figure it out. Punch in Yo Face is one of them, right? Yep. This is the Chaos Dwarfs that McNaughton will be playing. Le Bread Mask.
Masque. It's an accent like that.
Yes. But it's funny that it's le and then bread and then...
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense, the masked bread.
But it's not all in French. Like you'd expect it to be in French if it was all French, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway,
pain mask.
Yeah, there you go. Block plus agi, sure hands, bull centaur, pretty gross. Not an agi 4 bull centaur though, so I'm not impressed.
Just agi 3.
Block bull centaur, mighty blow guard, claw mighty blow. Good start to this dwarf team. Having a busted blocker is actually pretty annoying. It does mean that if you're knocked back, then you can't stand up and get back in the action. So it does limit your options.
And that's kind of what Chaos Dwarf blockers do, is mark up people, and that makes his marking harder, unfortunately.
Yep. 4 guard is a good amount of guard. It's when guard starts to be really annoying. Yeah, this is a pretty interesting and pretty good Chaos Dwarf team, and he's got the block sure hands Hobgoblin for carrying on if he doesn't want to carry on the Bull Centaur, or he wants to hand off to the Bull Centaur later. Really good stuff.
And he gets to play McNaughton. Let's see, what is the next one that's actually a team? Carnival of Pain Season 4. This is the Necro team that Squiggy just lost to. On the back of double Mighty Blow Wolves, one of them being Mighty Blow Tackle and the other being Mighty Blow Piling On, which is like this is the Rebel thing. You just get good wolves and then they stay there forever because, I don't know, Rebel, I guess.
Yep, pretty much. Block guard Flesh Golem, block Mighty Blow, or guard Mighty Blow white, guard white, Lodge Ghoul with guard. That's dumb. Lodge Sure Hands. You went Sure Hands first.
Yeah. Well, so he went Sure Hands first to be the ball carrier, and then he picked up blocks, so now he's Blood Sure Hands, and then he rolled doubles, and he was like, better give him guard, I guess. I don't know, because you wanted more guard. Maybe he didn't have guard at the time. I don't really like that.
I mean, it's fine. You just use him for multi-purpose things, but if he dies because you're using him as a guard piece, then you don't have a ball carrier, which is a little... I mean, no, because like Raj is bad on a ball carrier too.
It turns out guard on ghouls is good, but like you don't necessarily want guard on your ball carrier because you want to keep them safe, right? Like
it's not the worst thing in the world.
I think I'd rather have guard on the other ghoul, because he can.
Well, I'm sure he would rather have it too.
Yeah, fair enough.
Four guard is a good amount again. Like we said, those wolves are gross. I hate this team.
You don't want to see another team. Speaking of like weird, gross players. Is this Nurgle team?
The Little Mutants, which are not so little.
Nope.
Ben played and beat this team with his guard spam dwarves, but they do have a strength 6 Nurgle warrior.
Yep.
And a strength 5 block Nurgle warrior. They have no kill skills whatsoever.
None.
But they have really, really nice, really nice Nurgle warriors. Kind of. It's really, really greedy. It's really, really bloaty.
Yeah. It's expensive.
But someday. Yeah. Someday they'll be gross.
If he can level that, like the problem is like you're not going to be able to really afford to buy those players again next season. So like you need them to be good this season, and he's still 11 or 10.
I mean, he bought them this season, so presumably he's going to buy them next season.
I don't know how many seasons you're allowed to keep it up for though. Like the point is, he's going to be so expensive after like that Nurgle warrior is going to be good in 2 or 3 levels. Or like a level or 2, but then he's also going to be like 270k, and that's ridiculous to repurchase.
Yep. Hey, look, Cake and Grad the Rotter. I wonder where he came from.
Yeah, he was my Troll Slayer. I think there was an extra Pestigore, and there isn't anymore, or there was, and this one is now a rookie because of that.
Kill some Rotters. I killed some stuff.
I killed a Rotter, and then I permed something else. I think. I don't remember who it was.
And then we have Squirrel Skinners, which is the other team we beat, which is the humans.
This is the team that Chubstep played.
A bunch of blitzers with a smattering of skills, including plus strength. Pretty good.
This is
an all-rounder thing again.
Yeah, fresh human team. So they picked up block on the ogre, and then varying different skills on the blitzers to specialize those blitzers into different roles.
Seems good. It's like really standard human development. Only 2 rerolls. Sometimes you need more as human because you do need to do a bit of dodging with IG3, but I'm sure he makes it work. And then we have the Bergenblots, which is Helgen, who I'm playing, is only 1150 TV. He has 2 rerolls, went for a block spam on the Black Orcs, 2 guard, 1 plus strength blitzer, and a mighty blow blitzer.
Yeah, I think they spent a lot of their money on those wolves and those Nurgle players, expecting them to do like better, or expecting them to do really well, and then they tried to save money elsewhere. And unfortunately, it looks like Helgen is
playing the throwaway.
Yeah.
It's not a bad throwaway. I mean, Orcs can do well with this team. I don't think it'll be too rough for me with the lizards I have, but we'll see.
Yeah, and the big thing is it's also like it's armor 9 everywhere, so even if he gets thrown up against teams that like way out TV him, even if he loses, he's not likely to lose any players or anything to make it harder for later games, right? Like that's the big deal. Like you want your like sort of cheap-ish bussy teams to be like dwarves or orcs or something that's likely to just survive, right? Be the tank against like some really scary teams. Yeah, you're going to play them. I expect you to win. You better win, because I'd like to win this round, but, whatever.
Yeah, I mean, I think I'm more likely to win that match than McNaughton is to beat that Chorf team.
Yeah, but one of you needs to win. I won my game. You guys better shape up.
I'll do my best.
Because we weren't expecting me to win, so boom.
I mean, I kind of was, honestly. I don't like that matchup that they made, but I digress. Next up is... Yes.
Or O squared. It's another big O clan, basically. So we've got, let's see, where's the first one here? Truffle Shuffle. This is Synergy. We've got an undead team. Looks like it's a freshly built one, and he's gone with kind of what you'd expect. Or all a little bit different. So we've got a guard mummy, and then we took one of the doubles on a mummy to give him block. And then instead of relying on the mummies to be guard, we just took more guard whites to make them mobile. I like this. I'm playing an undead guard spam team currently, and I like it a lot, so I think it's neat. And to make up for that, he's picked up tackle and wrestle on other ghouls and sure hands to be the carrier. So he's making up for the white skills on the ghouls, and they're more mobile, and you just spam guard.
Sorry, I just got into it now because the thing was being slow.
That's fine. And then we got another guard zombie to just use up that other double and spam more guard, and then 2 dirty player skeletons. I really like this team. I like this team a lot.
Yeah, it's really solid.
Rainbow ponies, season
Yep.
Bretonians.
Has sustained losses. Never mind. Only 2 linemen. So
And
only
a
down
blocker,
80K,
because
so,
the blocker is blocker number 2.
yeah, but he couldn't have possibly bought him.
He could
I
have.
don't think. Oh, if he had 1 and he rolled a 6, he could have bought
And
him.
he has fan factor.
He didn't until after that. I don't actually know what the ordering is on that.
You can also buy fan factor. I started with 1 fan factor.
Oh, okay, fair enough. So yeah, possibly lost a blocker.
I would imagine
we'll
so.
know. Has he played a game? He has not. So he lost a blocker and 2 linemen. I assume they're both just MNGs. Yeah. Well, one's an MNG, one's a movement bust. Standard stuff that we've been seeing. Usually one of them goes tackle or something, or hands or something. But
2 blodge this time.
Want to carry on? Yep, 2 blodge. Good.
Add you one to either carry on or pass with or whatever, because they all get passing and catching access because Bretonians. So we'll likely see a bit more long-range passes than you normally see. Like, you just tend to see quick passes or handoffs on Bretonians because movement 7 and that, you can move really far with it. But now that you get Agi for free, you can actually make reasonable passes, so that's the thing you can do.
Yep, they're capable of doing some cool stuff. And then we have another orc team. 2 rookie blitzers on this team. That's interesting.
Instead of the lineman, and he has 3 linemen too. Must have just been a cost-saving thing.
Yep. So he's got a tackle and a mighty blow. He's got 2 guard black orcs, 2 block black orcs. That's how I wanted to build an orc team. So yeah, this was very much a budget orc team.
Yeah, splitting up the skills, right? You get two guard and 2 block instead of all block and then guard on the blitzers. He took the skills he really knew he wanted, which is 1 tackle and 1 mighty blow, and then made sure to get a level on the black orcs because they're difficult to level, and then saved some money here.
Looks like he made a ton of SPP in his first game. He's got a lot of stuff sitting out there. He won the game. Yeah, he got 9, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 25 SPP in his first game.
Good job,
Brutal.
Lascaris. Wow.
Yep. Especially for the throwaway team to have so heavily dominated someone is pretty impressive.
Ionian Resistance, Dark Elves, coached by Tomo. Dark Elves 1430. Something you see with Dark Elves a lot is they're expensive. The teams look a lot smaller than they should be, I think, with their high TVs. But we've got 1 double on a Witch for Juggernaut to be sort of surfy, I imagine.
This is a Rebop team, which is also why you see it so tall instead of wide.
Yeah. Juggernaut block on a Witch, block on another one. We got Guard on a Blitzer and Mighty Blow on a Blitzer.
Gross. This is a Blodge Guard Blitzer, a Blodge Mighty Blow Tackle Blitzer, and a Blodge Step Tackle with Blitzer. Jesus.
Yeah, this is a terrifying Dark Elf team. I guess the only downside is that they are really tall. So if you can get a removal on one of those 5 pieces that make up this team, it cuts a lot of their value out, and they're left with rookies.
Though Dark Elf
fine.
linemen are nothing to sniff at, right? So
no, I mean, this is a really good team. I'm just saying, that's the only weakness I can think of is if you happen to remove one of those players, you're removing a lot of their skills. But that's not
good fucking luck.
Yeah, that's not a bad thing by any means. It's really good. If that's your weakness, this is a really good team.
This team is the exact reason I picked 1 tackle piece, because I was like, if I have to fight something like this, though, something would have gone horribly wrong in the matching stage for me to have to fight a team like this.
Gross.
I didn't want to be totally helpless.
Is that 1, 2, 3? Yeah, that's the 4th one. Okay, so the 5th one is Aussie Battlers Season 4, presumably the 3rd version of this, because there are 3 of them.
Yep.
Lizards, repurchased, definitely. We've got a Bloxigard Gore, however you would... Blockguard Croxigore.
Yeah. At that point, you lose it. It's got a block guard stand firm piece.
It's a good piece.
Good. Block mighty blow tackle. Frenzy one, which is MNG'd. Yep, just MNG'd. Thank goodness. And two Saurus out is really rough, especially as both of them are developed. Looks like he had a rough first game. Did he lose? No, he won. He won despite going down 2 Saurus.
Yeah, but next, this is going to be a team.
Guard first on a Saurus is not what I would do, especially where you already have 2 other guard pieces, but maybe I don't know what order this all happened in. Again, break tackle. Sometimes you go break tackle first. It's like more debatable. Break tackle dodge or block is a really good combo.
Yeah,
just like a mobile
sure.
sacker or a mobile safety that can't be tied down, which is what lizards are most weak to. And he does have a Agi 4 sidestep sure feet skink, which is really nice. He's really hoping to roll a double at some point so we can give him Lodge, turn him into a real beast. I would know.
Yeah, this is a team that whoever they play next week is going to look to try to get a favorable matchup on because they'll be down 2 Saurus and they'll get rookie skinks. So whoever plays them next week is this is gonna be one of the teams that they're gonna aim to put a team that they know will get a win off this. Basically, I think.
Yep. I mean, even down 2 Saurus, this team is still pretty okay because they're going to get some inducements out of that.
Oh, it's certainly really good. But if you can design your draft where you're putting a team that's good against lizards against a lizard team that's down Saurus, it's like swinging things even more in your favor.
Yeah, you'd probably try to get them to think Necro or something like that.
Yeah. And lastly, we have Fat Kids.
Oh, we're already almost done? Yeah, we are.
Yep. Well, we're trying to be pretty quick here.
We are marginally succeeding.
Yeah, marginally. Yeah, a little slower than we expected, but we're mostly on track. First one, we have Fat Kids Chubby Boys. We got some Bretonians. If I recall correctly, these are all going to be like tier 3 teams. So we've got Bretonians. We see similar Bretonian things. 2 Blodge, 1 Mighty Blow, 1 Agi, bunch of guard. Difference here is we have a Rackle instead of 4 guard on the blockers, which I like. Having that option is nice. Nice sacking piece. No dirty player on the lineman. He picked up a tackle instead. I'm surprised that's not a dirty player just for more fouling, but tackle is also really good if you didn't take one on like a blitzer or something.
Yeah, pretty standard and pretty cheap, really.
Fat Kids, literally halflings.
TV 1000 halflings. Holy shit.
Yeah, that's. Oh, he looks like he definitely rebought players because we've got a block mighty blow or block multi-block tree.
Amazing.
Yep.
We've plus movement tree, the dream.
So good. Also with block, these are really good trees.
Wilford Brimley Jr. is actually a really good halfling too. He's got sure feet, blodge,
Agi 4.
Agi.
This is surprising. This would be a surprisingly annoying halfling team to play.
I mean, it's TV 1000 too, so they'd be getting, a halfling master chef, for instance, against you.
But man, I'm throwing. I want to throw my dwarves against this team really bad.
Have you noticed the blodge or the dodge step mighty blow halfling?
I really have. This team is hilarious. I love it. High Lord Salt sauce, awesome. The trees are amazing. Those trees are so good. So what
you do is you throw Charlie C. Cup Jones into the backfield, and then you blitz with him.
Stupid name.
Down.
Charlie C. Cup Jones.
Wilford Brimley Jr. too. The plus Agi, Blodge, Surefeet.
This is I love this team. It's so cool.
It's really dumb.
More stunty with goblins.
Again, TV 1000, so going for inducement goblins.
Yeah, did the same thing, right? He's got the Bombardier. Well, this is a rebot team again, it looks like, but he's got the Bombardier with Hail Mary Pass, the dirty player Looney.
Ooh, and a plus movement blodge goblin. That's really good.
The strong arm troll for throwing. You can throw that movement 7 goblin, get a lot of extra movement out of it.
Yeah. Pretty good goblin team, and I mean, it's very cheap.
Mighty Blow Grab Fanatic. I mean, very cheap. It's 1,000 TV still, which seems like a lot for goblins, but yeah, it is cheap compared to the other teams.
Well, you know that everyone else is going to be like at least 1,300. So.
Yeah, so you can build for 1,000 easily and still get all the inducements you want. I love this.
The reason that these are 2 1,000 teams is that they have a 1,690 Nurgle team.
I love
quarter pounders.
I love this clan. It's so good. It's so dumb, but so good.
Skills don't fit on one page.
Yeah, because we've got block, claw, stand firm. It's only 3 skills, but because Beast of Nurgle, 3 skills don't fit on the page anymore. That's a really good. That's a really good beast. The only thing is, you're with block and claw, you're going to want to hit with them a lot. And if you do go really stupid, you're losing the tentacles, which is the big draw of the beast.
I suspect he doesn't care.
Yeah, fair enough.
He actually only has one Mighty Blow Claw piece, and it does not have blocks.
No, he has two. The Beast of Nurgle is Mighty Blow Claw and block.
Yeah, fine. He's got the Big Mac, which is a plus strength Nurgle warrior, appropriately enough. A Mighty Blow block 1, a Mighty Blow guard, two block guard, I should say.
Yep.
Block tackle, block guard again on a Pestigore, plus Agi Big Hand. That's really good.
Yeah, you can dodge. Well, you'd also like to have either two heads or dodge or something to also make the dodges easier. But it's not too difficult with Agi 4 to dodge into tackle zones and then pick up on a 2+ because big hand and then get out. Good ball recovery piece. Not really a good ball carrying piece anywhere, but it doesn't really matter that much, honestly, with this team. And then a couple rookie rotters.
Honestly, this isn't as much development as I'd expected out of a 1690 Nurgle team.
Turns out that beast is worth 220, and each of the Nurgle warriors.
Very greedy.
I mean, 800, almost 1,000, basically 1,000 TV of this team is the top 5 players. Like, it's
Oh, I see. This is the guy who MNG'd 2 Saurus but lost. So this is what happened, where he like killed the Saurus but did not manage to win.
I love this clan. It's super great. We have the Boro Boys, Kislev, which are not stunty, disappointingly, but I think they are tier 3, right?
Kislev are tier 3 or tier 2. I don't remember which. Block Tame Bear plus Strength Blitzers. This is a fresh team. Mighty Blow Blitzer, 2 block, 2 dodge catchers, and 2 block linemen. Super standard.
It's like this is like the good team that this clan gets, I guess. They took like a real team and gave it real skills, which is kind of funny. Kislev are a lot better if you can pick up some agi for the leaps or block to make them more reliable. Either way, you're spending rerolls on one of those two things. So if you can pick up something to remove those rerolls somehow, that's great. Block is a great one, and looks like he grabbed a lot of block to make them more reliable. Dodging the catchers because they're Agi 4 makes perfect sense. I like this a lot.
Yeah, it's good. It's a good starting build. I mean, it removes a lot of the annoying shittiness that early Kislev face.
Yep, and that's that. We have taken a look at all of the clans in Div 2 for Clan League. We're not doing 1 or 3. This is probably the only video we're going to do on this, but we figured we'd...
Yeah, I'm not really sure what we're going to be doing in general. I don't think it's going to be our responsibility to review teams, but we wanted to give you this little preview because Herringzord asked us to.
Metal asked us to.
Whatever, they're the same person to me.
The big deal is, I mean, Clan League is cool. I'm excited for it. I wanted to take a look at all the teams that are going to be in our division, who we are likely to play at some point. And if I'm going to do that anyway, might as well make a video out of it, because why not, right? Maybe someone will watch it and find it entertaining.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Well,
and it was good to do something with you again. Finally, I feel complete again.
I know. It's been so long.
Well, thanks for you guys who checked it out in stream. Thanks for those who are going to watch this on YouTube later. I would imagine where most of the views for this are going to come. I know it was short and quick, but that was the goal. Thanks for watching. Hopefully we'll see you in some playoff casts. I've been Steakmittens.
And I'm Shadorra.
And we'll see you next time.
Ciao.